Good evening and welcome to another Facebook Live for the release of my Florals and Foliage collection. And fingers crossed that the internet is going to work for me. So I've got some people joining, excellent. I hope that my mic, it says it's green, it's not showing it to me like it used to on my screen, but I hope you can hear me okay. And yay, lovely. Hi Shell. Oh, it's been a busy day and what a nightmare with the internet. But I'm glad at the moment, fingers crossed. I shouldn't say too much, should I? Oh dear. I've got loads of comments on my phone and no comments on my computer, so that's good. So I will just say hello to everybody and thank you so much for joining me. I noticed that Philippa's on, so thank you, Philippa. But like I say, their comments are whizzing up on my phone, but not on my computer. I'm going to refresh my other computer and let's see if that's any better for me. Just have to make sure I turn. Oh, that's excellent. Yeah, I've got a few more comments up on there now. So yes, thank you very much for joining me. I've got wonderful inspiration to share with you from the design team. I got another delivery today, so got even more cards to share with you. So yeah, a bit blown away by the response to it all. So it's lovely that you're all loving it as well. So I can have a whiz back through here now, and thank you, Samantha. Excellent, glad you like it. Oh, got Valley Crafts as well, excellent. And yeah, I'm glad I made it too. I've had trouble on and off all day with the internet, trying to sort orders out, trying to place orders, all sorts of things. It's just been an absolute nightmare. And then my son, my technical person, told me that there's a problem with Virgin and it's not us, because I couldn't work out. Some things worked, some things didn't work, just didn't make sense. Anyway, it's not us, it's Virgin. So hopefully, this was about, I don't know, 5:45. I was hoping that they might have had it sorted by now, so it looks like they have, because we're on anyway. So I am going to flip the phone and show you the collection again, and then I've got the beautiful samples to show you as well. And don't forget that the Pinterest boards are live now as well, so if there's anything that you see that you like, all the cards are on there, so you can pin away and you've always got them for reference. Lynn asked me this morning if I was going to be doing a workshop, and I've been busy working on the cards, so we're getting there. Haven't quite got it sorted yet, but hopefully I'll be able to put some news up about it soon. So we'll have a workshop using the collection, which would be lovely. And I just wanted to say a big thank you to all the stockists who've got the collection. I've just run through again. It is pinned to the top of my page, of where with the links through to the people's websites, but it's available from Hazel and Paul at Dragon's Paper Craft. It's available from Wow Embossing Powder. It's available from Barry at Hixie Soft Crafts, from Maxine at Maximum Crafts, Julie and Barry at Craft Bliss. It's also available at Craft Stash, with Joe and Mark at Let's Create, at Gavin, and oh, actually, as Valley Crafts are on, Gavin, who's your partner? I can't remember. I'm not sure if I'm saying it. I've said it was Ian this morning. I only hope that's right. If it isn't, please tell me. And also from Jane and Penny at the Art of Crafts, from Kate at the Mulberry Bush, and also it's winging its way tomorrow to Sharon at Forget Me Not Craft Cabin. So and also in America at Simon Says Stamps as well. Will the workshop be online? Yes, it will be online, Samantha, definitely. Yep. So I will put details up of that as soon as I've got it all sorted. So I'm going to flip the camera and let's have a look. Bear with me. No, let's push it again. Come on. Okay. Nothing would surprise me tonight. After today, nothing would surprise me. Okay, so the first set that we have is the, bring it down a little bit, fancy framed florals. So in the stamps, I didn't even tell you how many stamps you get. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stamps. And I'm going to show you the picture. So you've got the lovely frame with the flowers. You've got the lovely corner, which really is useful. I love having all these little stamps because it just means that it gives you so much more versatility and just makes it so much easier to do more things with them. You've also got the little harp, perfect for wedding cards, anniversary, engagement, anything really. I just love that. I really love the heart. And then we've got the circle as well. And the wording is thinking of you, get well soon, sending prayers and with sympathy. So that's the first stamp set. There are 2 A6s and 3 A5s in the whole collection. So then we've got special day florals. And in this one, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 stamps in this one. And you've got the lovely hexagon, again with my hand-drawn flowers. I love the rectangle with the daisies. As you know, I've got a thing about daisies, and I just love that one. Also giving you the single daisy as well, and also a daisy head, which again just makes it so much easier to and more versatile with the things that you can do with them. Great for backgrounds, all sorts. You'll see in the samples just how versatile those little ones are. You've then got just to say on your special day, happy birthday, hello, love and best wishes, and happy birthday in a lovely thin little banner as well. So that's stamp set number 2. Then you have Foliage Galore, which is an A5 stamp set, and in here you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stamps. You've got that lovely big background, and the reason I did it as an A5 set was because I wanted it as big as possible to cover my A6 card front up. So if I'd have done it as a A6 size stamp, it would have been quite a bit smaller. So by doing it this size, it means that it's almost the size of your card, which is what I wanted. I do like that little border around the edge, so I was quite happy with that. You've then got lovely little flowers. So I like, and if you love colouring, like this is just beautiful to colour. And depending on what colours you do, this would do so many different seasons as well. And male and female cards as well. So just depending on what colours you use, this could be used for Christmas, all sorts. So we've got little flowers as well. We've got a little sprig. And then the little leaves. This is, I love this one, and that's the one that I made my favourite card with that I've been showing. Got one that looks a bit like a fern, and then this one, I've forgotten what they're called. Not that I was trying to make it look like anything, but they do remind me of something, and I can't remember what they're called now. They're like see-through-y and got seeds inside. This is when I need my mum. My mum would be able to tell me what they were. So that is Foliage Galore. Then we've got Elegant Florals, and again we've got a lovely big background stamp. We've got a border stamp and 2 sprigs. So again, this is the reason I made this in A5, because I wanted it to be lovely and big, or as big as possible for your card. And then we've got a lovely border one, and then the 2 different sprigs. And I've got such a lovely card to show you using this one that Joe did, and it's such a clever idea. It blew us away. So yeah. Really lovely. So that's the Elegant Florals. And then we've got this stamp set, which is called Inspired by Linda B. And the reason it's called Inspired by Linda B is some of you will know Linda Brown. She is a stamp designer, or she used to have her own shop, and she's been in the industry for as long as I can remember. So years and years, just like me. And she had her own shop, and then she was designing stamps for Paper Artsy, and you would often see her at shows and things. And Lynn is so inspiring. I've got some beautiful pieces of hers. She's gone into doing bits with fabric and things and beads and stuff as well. So I've got some beautiful pictures that she's done for me. But this is one that I had for my birthday recently, or last year now. And she hand painted the ovals and then hand painted all the little flowers that she's used to decorate them. And we had a get together at Christmas time, and Marion Emberson from WOW came as well, as long as with Emma and Joe, and I hope I don't forget anybody. I think that was it. And we had a fabulous lunch out, and Marion kept saying to Lynn, you should do some stamps with Julie, and you should do them for like your painting ones you do. Anyway, so I spoke to Lynn, and Lynn was quite happy for me to do my version of the flowers, and that's what we've got. So we've got different spriggy bits and leaves and like dandelion ones, some of my flowers that feature on the elegant florals, some leaves. This reminds me of like pussy willow almost, some roses, and then some other leafy things. And then we've got the solid stamp. So we've got a circle, a rectangle, an oval, a heart and a square, and you get them in 2 sizes. And I've got another really clever card to show you that Joe has done with these. And then we've got the little dots, and I love these little dots. These are perfect little fillers. These are perfect to add if you make a smudge on a card to cover it up, but just beautiful. And you've got a lovely range of sentiments, really plain, really simple, but they just work so well with them. So you can create really simple cards or more elaborate cards. So this is the stamp set that is called Inspired by Linda B. So I'm going to move those away now, and I'm going to bring the cards in. So I've got the cards first of all for the fancy framed florals. So the first card I've got is one that I made, and this is using the heart, and I've actually cut these out. So I stamped them and cut them out, and they were really easy to cut out. I do like doing a little bit of fussy cutting every now and again. But yeah, so I just coloured them, cut them out, and a bit of glitter glue. Really simple, but just I think the reason I love this collection so much is there's so much white space on the cards, and that is something that I really love. So, and then this one is from Philippa, and Philippa's used the square, but she's done it as a diamond, which like it always makes me laugh. It's like, oh, Anne, that's what it's called. Honesty. Thank you. Sorry, that was the flower. That's what it reminds me of, was honesty. Thank you. Yes, it wasn't until I saw this done as a diamond. Hazel did it as well, and Philippa, and it was like, oh yeah, that's clever. I just love how it's not until you see somebody else do it that you think about it. But I love this card that Philippa's done. She's got pink, the little corner stamp that she's used just in pink as the background. She's got a bit of stenciling, which again is squares that she's turned on its side and done them as diamonds. I love how she's done the little black detail in them as well, just in some of them. And then she's added it between the squares as well. But the detail, there is so much work in this. It's beautiful. And that really simple little tiny sentiment, absolutely beautiful. So then once I'd seen that Philippa and Hazel had done it on the side, I thought, that's clever. I'll have a go at that. So I did different squares, coloured my flowers in different, and then I've put a little bit of glitter glue on, and I cut one of them out, and then I've used one of my dinky dies, I think, to do this, and I've used the wording inside. And then I've got another lovely one from Philippa. I love how she's used the corner again to create the background, and then she's used the beautiful heart, but she's added that corner piece on as well. Isn't that lovely? So she's extended the design by adding that corner onto the ends of her heart. And then this one blew me away. I love this. She's just used part of the circle. So just, it's this piece here she's used. And she's done the edge of the card. It's gorgeous colouring as well, just with the blue and a little bit of grey. It's really pretty. And then perfect for a sympathy card. They're always so difficult to do. Anyway, I love this card so much that it inspired me. I thought, I want to do that. So I overlapped my circles, but then I cut the edge of it to form the bottom of my card. And then where the top of the circle was, so I have got the other part of the circle here, but I just put a strip over it so you couldn't see it. And then I stamped and cut out a few of the corners and just added those to it as well. So that was just like my take. This inspired me, and this is what I came up with. So they're the cards for the fancy framed florals. And next up I have the special day florals. So this one is from Jo. So Jo's cards only arrived today, so you won't have seen any of hers this morning. So we've got lovely ones from Jo. I love how she's used the little flower head to create a lovely background for a card, stamping just one of them. Really clean, simple card. And then she's followed it through with her happy birthday and the flower heads inside. But just beautiful. That background, and then just a little bit of soft inking around the edge. Really pretty. I will split Jo's up a bit because we've got all Jo's here. Right, so this one is mine. So this is a card, really, really clean, really simple. A little bit of my diamond stencil, and then one of the rectangles, but it's been done in the polished gold, which is, I think it's going to be my all-time favourite. I have to get on to Wow and ask them when are we going to get polished platinum. That's what we need. We need polished platinum embossing powder. This one, absolutely beautiful, from Hazel. I love how she's just done black and white for some of them, just picked one of them out and coloured it in. I love how she's got different orientation of the stamp, so you get flowers in different areas as well, and then that little soft bit of inking around the edge. Really lovely. Then this one, this had me fooled. It was like, how has Philippa done that? But because the stamp, if I show you, bear with me. So if I get the stamp out of my storage, because the stamp is very malleable, is that right? So you can make it whatever shape you want. So that's what Philippa has done. She has shaped the stamp and made these lovely wacky shapes out of it. So how clever is that? I thought that was, she really had me fooled. It was like, how has she done that? Because the daisies are on it. And then I realised it's because it's so stretchy that you're able to misshape it and make it whatever shape you want. But how lovely. And I love how she's got the circles. And I believe that's from the stencils. So she's probably drawn around them and then coloured them in. Again, lovely. And then this one from Jo. Jo's made a beautiful shaker card. So she's got two windows with the daisies. It's stamped with a brown ink pad, and that's so lovely. Really, really lovely. And then she's got love and best wishes on your special day inside the apertures. How pretty is that? Then as well, Jo's done this one, gorgeous, using the little flower head and just stamped in the different colours, giving it a rainbow effect. Going round, she's added the leaf. So this leaf is from the foliage set as well. And then I love how she'd done this. And I hadn't thought to do the sentiments close together like that. These are the new banner sentiments. And instead of using them individually, well, she's used them individually, but she's placed them close together. And I think that looks absolutely fabulous. And again, would never have thought to do that. So thank you, Jo. Love this one as well that Hazel's done, where she's linked the squares. She's done two with the flowers at the top and two with the flowers at the side and linked them together beautifully. So again, really lovely. I did one very similar when I'd seen this, where I put Eva's name on the card. But yeah, just it's perfect. And then this beautiful one as well from Hazel, where she's used the rectangle dies and the skinny frames and just offset them. But again, she's used that little flower just to create that really interesting background. Beautiful, really simple. And the banner, she's used one of the banner dies from the Layers, Frames and Banners original die set as well. And then one that I made where I used the little flower, did it in pink for the background and then put a panel across but stamped them in black, and just a single daisy on the dinky rectangle die. So very clean and simple, really easy, but you just get such fantastic results and such different results as well. Like there's so much versatility here in these stamps, there really is. So that is the special day. Then we've got our, no, it's that way and then that way. Then we've got our Foliage Galore. I love this stamp set, absolutely beautiful. This one is one that Jo's done. She's masked an area and done an inky background, added the banner dies, and then she's used the Honesty looking sort of like stamp, just stamped in black over the top. But how beautiful, really lovely. I love this one of Philippa's as well. Now, I saw this on someone's website today. It might have been, I can't remember whose it was. Might have been the Art of Crafts had used this card. It's beautiful. I love how she's got the fern and coloured the background. Good grief. So she's cut different elements out and then she's created the backgrounds around it as well, and then used the sweet pea dies to create the word dream. Absolutely beautiful. And she's used the rectangle die as well, where we've got the frame, the skinny frame, which she's glittered up. Not sure it's picking it up, but it's absolutely beautiful. Then one from me with a simple one using the leaf, and I use the flower from the Special Day stamp set and just stamped, put some down flat. I overlap the leaves and then put the flowers over the top, and then use the nearly said centimetres then, the sentiments, and a few glosses of course. But a really easy card, lots of white space. And then got another one from Hazel. So beautiful with the two. Hazel said like she was going to struggle with, yes, it is very Wedgwood, Debs, you're right. Philippa's blue and white one, that's lovely. Hazel's like, I'm going to struggle with these, like lots of white space. But if you look, she's got some lovely family dictionary definitions in the background. She hasn't struggled at all. They're absolutely beautiful cards. Stunning. I think it's all the white space. Hazel's not used to it. And then this is one that I made. I did Hazel's inky background again, and then I used the hexagon die that's in the Layers, Frames and Banners die set. Or was it the... Oh, it might have been the dinky one actually. No, it's the dinky one because it's got an embossed line on it. It's the dinky set, sorry. And I inked up the stamp in lots of different colours, stamped it out, spritzed it with water, and then I die cut it all. So, and then I die cut a white one, added all the colours that I'd used around the edge of my sentiment just to tie it all in, and layered it all up. Then we have one, this is one that I made. Got lovely platinum embossing powder on here, and then I masked the edges and I just inked up the centre with the rainbow, and then I've used the sentiment stamps and banners that have just come out, but beautiful. And then I've got one from Emma using the foliage. It's on an inky background and it's got really pretty, it's going to pick it up, there it is, really pretty embossing powder on it. It's absolutely beautiful. And then she's gone in and picked details up with solid colours, so you've got those leaves showing and everything. And then she's used Hazel's Happy Birthday stamp, but again in that lovely sparkly embossing powder. It's always hard to show them on the camera, but they just look amazing in real life. And then we've got the one that we think is Honesty. One of mine on an inky background, and I just literally went round in a circle, and I used the Dinky Circle die for the middle. So that is the foliage cards. Pop them to one side. And then I have the Elegant Florals. So I will start with the card that I think is so clever. Jo used the rectangle from Linda's set. So she used the rectangle and put some ink on it to create some water to make it, and then drew around it with a pen to make it look like a vase, and then put the lovely sprig in it. Isn't that beautiful? And I love that with the thinking of you. How beautiful did that emboss? Absolutely gorgeous. And then I've got this lovely one from Philippa where she's cut squares and diamonds. Oh no, she hasn't. She's actually inked it. Oh goodness. I think she's cut up pieces. She's inked a border and cut it up. And then she's inked a background and cut it up. And then we've got a bit of polished silver on there as well. But isn't that clever? It's like a patchwork. Beautiful. And then I have this one that I created. So I have cut a rectangle in my card. And then I stamped and cut out 4 of the sprigs. So it's this one, and coloured it in. But I just cut round them, left a border, really easy to cut out. Attached 2 to the top and 2 to the bottom, and then I used 1 on my inside border as well, and I used the little tiny Happy Birthday banner as well, and I coloured those in with I want to say clean colour. Then I have this one from Philippa, and how lovely is that? Really autumnal colours, and how beautiful does that embossing look on there? Isn't that, it reminds me of coffee. Isn't it lovely? And I love how she's used the stamp to create the background in the colours as well that she's used for her inky background, but just stamped with it. But that embossing is beautiful. That looks like it could be sparkle platinum. Really, really pretty. Then I've got a lovely one from Hazel where she's stamped with black and put clear embossing onto black, and she's done the birthday wording from dictionary definitions down the side, and we've got a few paint splats on there, and then her happy birthday. But the light it's really hard to capture it, but it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Oh, it would look like Chinese lanterns as well, wouldn't it? Yes, you're right, if you did them orange. I love how you put it in inverted commas. Julie's honesty. Oh, I love it, Anne. This one I did, and this is with the polished silver and the elegant background, and I did the big birthday and the happy, and then I did lots of little dots with a paintbrush to build up the background. I did it in a picture recently, and I thought, oh, I'm going to try that on a card. So yes, so I did that one. Lovely one from Jo here where she's done more masking, and we've got lovely embossing in the centerpiece, but then it's just black either side of the circle. I think that's really lovely. Very clean, very simple, really different as well. And then this is really pretty as well. Again, it's got to be platinum with sympathy, sending prayers. I love how the colours change. It's just, I mean, that is, I'm not taking anything away from this, but that is stamped, heat embossed onto an inky background. And how stunning does that look? So you can achieve such fantastic cards with these stamps. You really can. And this is the border one. and I've stamped this 4 times on my card to give me a really nice border around the edge, and then added that big with love. And again, it's got a little bit of glitter glue, don't know if it's picking it up, but on the flowers and around the edge of the card as well. It's really simple, 4 stamps and a bit of colouring, but so effective. Okay, so let's just got one more stamp set. So we have Linda B's, and so it all started with the painting, and I'm going to show you Linda's cards that she sent me as well. Now Linda's having some work done at the moment, so she doesn't have a craft room, so she had a few bits and pieces so she's managed to make some cards that I just think they're so beautiful. They're so elegant and sophisticated, and they're just beautiful. They've got little pearls on them, we've got little gold accents to them as well. Absolutely beautiful. And I love how she did this with the flowers. Again, they've got little pearls at the base of them. It just reminds me of Rennie McIntosh for some reason. And she's cut the flower. I didn't realise that. She's actually decoupaged the flowers on the top and the leaves. Oh, that's so beautiful and so fine. So she stamped one as the base, and then she's cut the top flower out and 3D'd that on the top. That is beautiful. And then this lovely simple one with the squares, she's used some of the dots. Again, she's put pearls. She's used the little hearts to give you those hearts as well. And the lovely, I think the font for the sentiments works so well with these stamps. It's just so beautiful. And then for me, this is just says the whole stamp set. It's very Linda colours, absolutely beautiful. She's got the little dots in there in the different colours, and then highlighted some of the flowers with a little bit more colour. But it's just gorgeous. I mean, it's very, you can see. I'm so chuffed. I'm so pleased that people are really loving those stamps. They really are. Then this is one that I want to say, no, I thought Philippa had done it. I love, look, she's used the background. She's created the background with the rectangle, and then she's stamped the flowers. I don't know if she's used a stamping ring or whether she's just done it at the clocks, if you like. I bet she's used a stamping ring because she's clever. But how lovely is that? And what beautiful colours as well. Really unusual. Really pretty. And then one from Hazel, where she masked a strip across her card, and she stamped where she does her first and second generation stamping to give you that appearance of being in the distance, which is lovely. And then just that simple thinking of you. I just think it is just so beautiful. And then she's done a birthday one, different colours. In fact, she did a different one as well, I believe. Yeah, there was another one as well that I showed this morning. So almost like a set. You could do a lovely gift set like this. I love how she masked and then had her flowers above and below on that one. Just absolutely gorgeous. And I mean, this is it in its simplest form. That is just the oval. I inked up the oval and spritzed it with a little bit of water, so you get like the watery effect. And then I stamped my, I don't know, spiky flowers, whatever you want to call them, on there. I don't know what that one's called, Anne. And then this one I did where I've used the liquid gold and polished gold, and I ran the ink pad around the edge of my actual base card and embossed that, and then stuck a piece of watercolour on the top. And again, I just inked these up with a bit of ink pad on there and a little spritz of water, but only a very little bit of water. So I will do a how-to on it, but not tomorrow. I'm going to do something else tomorrow. This one Jo's made, and she's used the oval. So she stamped the oval, and then she's used a pen to add the double lines to it to create her own daisy. Again, fabulous. Another use for them. And then this one she's done where she's just used the squares. I love how she's done this, and then heat emboss with a silver sparkle embossing powder, but just on the tops of the flowers. So you don't have to have all of it, you can have part of it showing. It looks absolutely beautiful. And then I love this one as well. She's created this beautiful one with the heart. I mean, just absolutely perfect because it's hearts and it's rainbows. What more could you want? Absolutely stunning. So just using the solid stamp and stamping it down, maybe doing, I don't use a stamping press, but stamping ring. I would do the clocks and then fill in the middles, but beautiful. And then she's done this lovely one. Now she's used something on here that is coming soon. Okay, so I don't know if I should show you really, but I'm going to. Okay, so she's done the lovely circles and ovals and mixed them up and then put her flowers on, and then she's added a lovely sentiment that's beautifully die cut, which will be coming soon. And then Jo's last card, I love this. She's used all those little stamps in rainbow colours. She's picked certain ones out and added glossy accents to them, and then left the space for the happy birthday. And she's also added a little bit of dry embossing. So we've got 3 embossed lines just above all those lovely patterns, the squares and the circles and the hearts. Isn't that lovely? Perfect. I mean, that would be great for a child's birthday, and then put a big number 6 or whatever on there, wouldn't it? Absolutely perfect. Or for a man as well. Lovely. Okay, so that is, I believe that is all the inspiration. So bear with me. Let me just flip the camera if I can. Yep, good. Try and get it a bit right. Get that horrible light out of it. Gosh. Oh, it's been a long day. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've really enjoyed all the inspiration that you've seen. I have to thank the design team. So I always thank Kaz, because although she might not make cards, she does stuff behind the scenes for me. So Kaz is the person who uploads all the videos onto YouTube. So I always thank Kaz, and Emma, and to Hazel, and to Jo, and to Marion, and to Philippa. Couldn't do it without them. And I just love, because it gives us so much versatility in all the different designs that we see, the ideas that we get. I get so inspired by them as well. So more ideas keep coming, which is wonderful. I certainly haven't even scratched the surface with all these stamps yet. I'm dying to play some more. So I will post details about the online workshop. Don't forget, if you want to know about the stockists, or just click the link. They're all attached to the top of my page, but they are available from Dragon's Papercraft, from Wow Embossing, from Hixie Soft, Maximum Crafts, Craft Bliss, Craft Stash, Let's Create, Valley Crafts, The Art of Craft, The Mulberry Bush, and they'll be winging their way tomorrow to Forget Me Not Craft Cabin, and they are also in America at Simon Says Stamps. The Pinterest boards are live, so pin away. I don't think there was anything else. I hope there wasn't. I'm glad the internet lasted anyway. And just a big thank you to everybody who's bought today, put them in their baskets, checked out. So thank you so much. I do really appreciate it. And I will see everybody tomorrow at 10:30. I will be back here, and I will be getting creative with this new collection. So I'm going to pick, I don't know, one or two cards, and I will recreate those tomorrow. And then hopefully I'll have some news about the workshop as well. Okay, thanks ever so much, ladies and gents, and have a lovely rest of the evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.